gentlemen, good evening. Today, welcome to Waina TV. Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Dr. Jones, so you're welcome very much. Thank you. Alright, so I want us to continue. In shock, Zondo exposed what the Commission did not want South Africa to know about. Ladies and gentlemen, so I'm doing the edition of they call it lqbal Sharma leaked documents. Ladies and gentlemen, all right, there is someone in my comment who said I must stop saying ladies and gentlemen. So you will tell me in the comment that saying ladies and gentlemen, where does it go wrong, ladies and gentlemen? I don't know. So if it's wrong to say ladies and gentlemen, or to keep on saying ladies and gentlemen, then if it's wrong, then it means I will stop saying it. But if there's nothing wrong about it, then it means because sometimes when I breathe, that is when I say ladies and gentlemen, because sometimes when I'm talking I make a pause or a comma, those kind of thing. When I say okay, oh, ladies and gentlemen, let's go. All right, so I don't know, so but I will try, because all I'm doing is for you, ladies and gentlemen. Okay, let me stop saying ladies and gentlemen. All right, Zansi, let's go. Due to the manner in which residents criticized the All Public Congress, ANC government residency, there are still many aspects of the nations about which they have little understanding. According to the correspondence, the leader of South Africa, Cyril Ramaphosa, has actually been investigated for a portion of the secret mystery. Judge Raymond Zondo did not take into consideration the perilous assertion. All right, due to the manner in which residents criticized the All Public Congress, ANC, according to the correspondence, the leader of South Africa, Cyril Ramaphosa, okay, I think still the same thing. All right, ladies and gentlemen, let's go. Judge Raymond Zondo did not take into consideration the perilous assertion that altered the historical context of American captures in the last report of the State Commission on Captures. Ladies and gentlemen, the berated content could figure out why lqbal Sharma, usually known as Lieutenant Gupta, never appeared before the Public Commission of Solicitation. In the same way, there is no evidence to support this. The senior examiner of the Commission received approximately 1,000 pages of explicit evidence-based statements. Ladies and gentlemen, in any case, there is no supporting evidence in the Zondo Commission report. President Cyril Ramaphosa, to Lima Donsela, Maria Ramos, and Transnet, 2006 to 2007, Chiefs Trevor Manuel, Pravin Godan, Jill Marcus, Moira Moses, Mafika Mkwanazi, Wea Mwanazi, and SA Shipyard Doris Chepe. Brian Joffe are all mentioned in this archive. Chris Wells, Sibrand Pretorius, and Pradeep Maharaj work in the Bidvest Directorate. And with a comment about the situation in the country and what you see happening there. All right. Mzansi. Let us continue, Mzansi. The National Prosecuting Authority Investigate Directorate has gone to Interpol for help to execute arrest warrant for 2 Gupta brothers and their wives. It has also launched an extradition bid for them amid a low-key criminal case involving a company that extracted nearly 25 million from the Free State government and which then allegedly lined the Guptas' pockets. The National Prosecuting Authority has finally launched its fight against the Guptas, marked by confirmation of a request to Interpol to help execute their arrest. The National Prosecuting Authority Investigate Directorate has gone to Interpol for support. All right, let us move on, Mzansi. Roughly 5 years since the Gupta leaks first emerged, the names of Atul and Rajesh Gupta and their wives, Chetali and Arti, appear on a charge sheet. Okay, the 4 Guptas are among a group of 17 accused listed in the indictment presented at the Bloemfontein Magistrate Court, where their longtime associate lqbal, Sharma, and the 3 former government officials appeared briefly on Thursday, 3 June 2021. The production of a charge sheet is a significant development in South Africa's effort to bring the Guptas to book for alleged state capture crimes and comes as the Zondo Commission enters its final days of public hearing, ladies and gentlemen, which began in August 2018. A charge sheet and the arrest warrant may boost effort, to which has been criticized for its tepid response to this effort. Sharma, a high-flying businessman and a former senior official in the Department of Trade and Industry, was arrested on Wednesday, 2 June 2021, along with former Free State government official Peter Tabete, Seipati Sylvia Dlamini, and Elimakatso Morosi. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, let's go, Mzansi. All right, the group appeared in court on Thursday morning, and Dlamini and Morosi were scheduled to. The group appeared in court on Thursday morning, and Dlamini and Morosi were scheduled to bring a bail application later in the day. Tabete and Sharma were remanded in a custody pending their respective bail application on 7 June 2021. An official indictment released by the National Prosecuting Authority details charging ranging from contravention of the Public Finance Management Act to fraud and/or money laundering. These charges relate to a 2011 contract awarded to Sharma's company, Nulane Investment 204, to perform due diligence on what would later become the Estima Dairy project. The stated contention is that there was no valid reason the due diligence deal could not have been procured on the open market, since the service offered by Nulane was neither unique nor innovative. Sharma allegedly outsourced the job to Deloitte for a fee of 1.5 million. Commenting on the sidelines of the court hearing, spokesperson for the Investigation Directorate Cindy Sekoba said, "So you can also do the math about how much they benefited and profited." Okay, Mzansi, let's continue. Sharma allegedly irregularly landed the deal on the back of an unsolicited, of course, proposal, and then entered into a subcontract agreement with the Gupta-linked Gateway Limited in Dubai. Mzansi. No actual services were rendered by the Gateway to Nulane, according to the charge sheet. In actual fact, this subcontract was just a vehicle used to launder money unlawfully derived by Nulane from the department through the company's bank account to Gateway, it states. Yes. On 5 October 2011, one of Nulane's bank account had a balance of 89,000 before payments totaling 24.9 million from the department began to flow in. These payments are deemed to have been the proceeds of unlawful activities under Section 1 of the Prevention of Organized Crime Act. The cash once paid to Nulane was then allegedly laundered and distributed through a scheme of transactions into and through different bank accounts and companies, including Gateway and the Gupta Island Site Investment 180, which is currently in business rescue. Sharma is perhaps considered a high-value arrest and the holder of many state capture era secret in view of his long-standing Gupta ties. He was a member of the Transnet board and chairperson of its board tender committee during the controversial transaction. Okay. The cash once paid to Nulane was then allegedly laundered and distributed through a scheme of transaction into and through different bank accounts. Okay. Mzansi, let us move forward. With Gupta kingpin Salim Issa on another controversial deal involving Daniel and local steel company VR Lesa. The extradition request and arrest warrant for the Guptas and their associates come on the back of years of impatience amplified by the revelations of the extent of the Guptas' influence over senior government officials and how they cashed in on their relationship with the highest office during Jacob Zuma's term. They are believed to be living between Dubai and India, while Atul Gupta has audaciously launched a high court application for a new passport booklet. The Guptas and Issa were slapped with a sanction by the US Treasury in 2019 under that country's global Magnitsky Act, which makes the world an incredibly small place for them these days. Let us move forward. Zondo exposed. Johannesburg, an explosive affidavit that turned the state capture narrative on its head, never made it to the final report of the State Capture Commission of Inquiry or was even considered by Chief Justice Raymond Zondo. The damning contest may explain why lqbal Sharma, widely regarded as a Gupta lieutenant, never appeared before the State Capture Commission of Inquiry. No findings were made against him either. The Commission's lead investigator had received the almost 1,000-page affidavit with concrete evidence attached. However, none of the Zondo Commission report covered the document. The document implicates President Cyril Ramaphosa, Jolima Donsela, Maria Ramos and Transnet board members from 2006 to 2007, Trevor Manuel, Previn Gordon, Jill Marcus, Moira Moses, Mafika Mkwanazi, the late Don Mkwanazi and S.A. Chipias, Doris Tsepe, Brian Joffe, and the 2006 to 2007 Bidvest board. Simbrans, Pretorius, Pradeep Maharaj and Chris Wells. The document has since landed in the public domain as part of Sharma's defense of fraud charges in the Bloemfontein High Court, as Sharma alleged Transnet favored one company to win tenders. Bidvest and Transnet may have committed fraud, and Transnet and the Public Protector's Office conspired to squash and not implement the forensic report initiated by Madon Nsela. He was Transnet's director from December 2010 to October 2014. He served on the board, Acquisitions and Disposal Committee, BADC, and the Corporate Governance Committee. In August 2012, he began head of the BADC. In the course of my work as a director, my colleague and I came across certain matters of impropriety and malfeasance that needed further investigation. We also came across matters which could be loosely described as cover-ups. Sharma told the Zondo Commission. Sharma covered 3 Transnet transactions in this affidavit, namely the tugboat tender, via mix disposal, and the public protector stroke KPMG investigation. Though I was invited, then ignored in respect of having an opportunity to support the Commission in its effort, I stand ready, willing, and in this course of my work as a director, though I was invited, then ignored in respect of having an opportunity to support the Commission on its effort, I stand ready and willing to be able to assist with my disclosures about my time at Transnet, he said. Who is this? This one is Sharma, lqbal Sharma, the lieutenant. Ladies. Mzansi. The Bidvest masterclass in rent seeking. Sharma said that Transnet sold the assets to Bidvest for 1 billion and purchased the same services back from Bidvest for 2.5 billion. The 2007 transaction involved Transnet's disposal of the entity called Viamax to Bidvest, at the time chaired by Ramaphosa. Viamex managed Transnet fleet of vehicles. The deal signed under Ramos was announced in March 2007 and later turned out that the Bidvest had also secured the exclusive right to manage Transnet's fleet for 5 years as part of the agreement. According to Sharma, the additional sweetener was never put to tender or offered to other bidders during disposal. He said the Transnet circumvented the Public Finance Management Act by giving the appearance that Viamex ceded the fleet service management contract to Bidvest as part of the share acquisition. A disposal is a single transaction, and a procurement of services is a separate and a distinctly different transaction within organs of state. A Bidvest managed to get a 5-year contract that had never been tendered and potentially locked them in for up to 12 years. This necessitated a further investigation. This necessitates a further investigation as to how a Transnet could be so prejudiced, he said. Both agreements were signed on the same day in July 2007. Sharma added that in 2011, Transnet executives presented a set of contracts to the BADC that would expire in 2012 and had to be tendered. There was a new tender for a fleet services worth around 3 billion. Information that only a small portion of the total budgeted spend could be tendered as the incumbent was logged in did not make sense to him, and he started asking more questions, he said. This is how things goes Mzansi here in South Africa. According to the minutes of a BADC meeting dated 26 January 2012 held at the Carlton Center in Johannesburg, it was recommended that a forensic investigation into the Viamex disposal process be sought. Transnet management informed the committee that an update could be presented. This eventually took place during another meeting on 31st January 2012 at the SANTE Winelands Hotel in French Hoek in the Western Cape. The record of the meeting showed that the BADC agreed that a steering committee is established to deliberate on the revised terms of a reference for the forensic investigation review of the state Viamex Bidvest as a matter of emergency or agency. Sharma says efforts to investigate found a dead end as the appointed committee members failed to meet without explanation. Transnet internal audit also claimed in a document dated 31 May 2012 that no document, correspondence or email relating to the transaction could be found. The information is contained in the memorandum to the then GCE Brainmolife, where Transnet internal audit stated that as part of the lessons learned from the Viamex deal, Transnet should ensure that documentation is retained and maintained safely for record keeping and audit trail purposes Molefe noted the recommendations, including that the document could be circulated to members of the BADC. It also turned out that the Viamex services deal was signed by Pradeep Maharaj, and HR executive who had mysteriously been delegated authority without Molefe's knowledge. Maharaj signed the contract on behalf of Viamex. Ladies and gentlemen, Mzansi, let's go. The contract on behalf of Viamex and Wells CFO signed on behalf of Transnet. Moses was then the chairperson of Viamex. Maharaj and Chris Wells both resigned from Transnet when questions about Viamex started to be raised, says Sharma. He says Maharaj left Transnet and joined Ramos at APSA before a special position was created for him in 2012 at the Reserve Bank as Chief Operating Officer, and there is no evidence that this position was advertised on a competitive basis. He added that Ramaphosa was a director and a chairperson of Bidvest during the Viamex deal. Other notable board members of Bidvest were Joffe Marcus, Advocate Nazir Kasim, and Stephen Kosef. These members should have been well versed in the tender process of the state, said Sharma. E.T. Tuli. Sharma said that in December 2010, Madonsela received a 2009 complaint by the then chairperson of the Portfolio Committee on Public Enterprises, Vigimenta, now late, alleging tender irregularities and abuse of power at Transnet. Mzansi. After the allegations were published in the media, Transnet on 17 September 2009 issued a statement denying the claims and subsequently held a media briefing for December 2009. In January 2012, a forensic report on the matter was completed containing recommendations, among other things, that charges be laid with the SAPS. Yet no action was taken against people identified in the report. On the contrary, they were allowed